my mattress.
Okay.
You know, like for the spring, you're supposed to.
Are you really supposed to do that? I didn't know that.
I think so. You're supposed to like rotate it so that you don't like it like lumpy on one side. So maybe you should do that for your neck.
Maybe I should. I do sleep all over the place. I don't have like a side. I've never had a side. Yeah, I am in the middle kind of person.
I think I do. Sometimes I do that, but most of the time
You have like a little area.
Yeah.
That's so cute. Oh my goodness. Well, welcome back everybody to another episode of Polite as Fuck.
Heyo.
Hopefully my yitties aren't out. Oh my gosh, we have like a jam-packed episode for you guys today, so I'm excited. We're diving...
Wait, did you get your nails done again?
No.
No.
They're just...
Just the green shirt is bringing out the green.
Oh, thank you. I know this has like become such an over talked about situation, but like
We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. And also we have Erica and I have been talking about and have been watching The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives since the very beginning. I don't know if you know, but Erica has an emotional connection because of her past Mormonism. So we had to know what the hell that they were going to be bringing into this reality TV world. And I don't know, it was this kind of like fun talk, be able to like talk about it with your friends, and then hearing that Taylor was going to be on Bachelorette was like, oh my gosh, like the
I
drama.
literally put it in my calendar.
Yeah, like it was just going to be this really, I think a lot of people were really looking forward to it because it was like new, refreshing person on what she was looking for in her life. Well, shit hit the fucking fan, as you guys know, or you don't know. I don't know. And basically, so I got a little bit of the timeline, and like I think that it is important to know the timeline. I also want to say that like while we're talking about it, Erica and I do not condone nor subscribe to any sort of DA or any sort of assault or putting your hands on others is like not okay in any way, shape, or form. Period. The timeline for the situation is the video that came out recently was from the situation that happened in 2023. Yeah. Not the situation that came out with her being like them being separated and the kid being in like their son being in like trying to figure out who not owns him. What's the fucking word that I'm trying to like say? Like custody. So then TMZ released this video, and that was kind of like the spiral of her eventually having The Bachelorette canceled and the season 5 filming of Secret Lives being like on pause. What's interesting to me is that if you don't know, it seems like this just happened. And what I didn't know is that Taylor was already, she pled guilty for domestic abuse or domestic violence or something. She pled, and it was a felony. So this all happened in 2023, and all of these things come back. So it's like, granted, we didn't know what the video was or like what it entailed, and like it's pretty like shocking and scary and horrible, yes. But I'm like, it just is really interesting how the narrative is being like I don't know how to say this, but like that if you don't know the timeline, it's thinking that it's a now type situation, and I'm no way condoning her behavior. It's also just like, don't assume that there's no consequences to her actions in that video, because there was.
Yeah.
I just am like all over the place with it. I'm sad the Bachelorette is canceled, but I figured like, what else are you supposed to do? I also just had this like thought while taking the dogs on a walk. Sorry, I will let you talk at some point. I just need to get all of this off my chest. But I'm like, I had this thought of like, reality TV is so fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fucked up. And now all of them are like, some people are talking about moving to New York or going to LA. And it's like, what is your life gonna, I don't know, that sounds bad, but it's like, what is your life gonna be like now you're not filming? Now it's like, I don't even think of just like the moms, you know, and the fact that this was their, you know, them to be able to get to where they are. But I think about all those guys that are about to get their big break from The Bachelorette. God. Now just
those guys.
You know that. Oh yeah, no.
About dad talk.
No, I can't even fucking talk about dad talk. Don't even get me fucking started. But I just think about all those guys that are like about to think that they're about to get like Instagram sponsors and all this stuff only for no one to know who the fuck they are.
And still. Yeah.
So that's my spiel. I'll shut the fuck up now.
No, I agree with everything you said. I have a lot of thoughts. I have been digging, and it's so hard to know what is real and what's not. Yeah. I read an article, I don't remember where, and it was talking about how, shit, I just lost my train of thought.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
What was it talking about? This is not what I was going to say, but in the article, I do know it was talking about how the, other people in Mom Talk are, like, distancing themselves from Taylor, or whatever that means. Yeah. Like, they don't want to look bad.
Yeah.
This is where I was going with that. And it was talking about the call that they had with producers, and producers apparently, or whoever it was on the call, refused to watch the video. They were like, we don't want to see that. We don't want to, like, say that we have known what that is. And I think it's interesting because it's like, in the first season of Secret Lives, you see the police recording when they come to the house. Like, you see Taylor on the porch crying. You know something happened. If you did any sort of research, which I didn't do at the time, but if you did any sort of research, you would have known she pled guilty to whatever she pled guilty to.
Yeah.
So the Bachelorette being like, we had no idea. Like, we didn't know anything. I think they were just willing to take the risk. And now that it got leaked, they can say, we didn't see it, we didn't know. But it's like, if you did any type of research, you would have known that. Mm-hmm. And we talked about this before of, like, there's been past contestants on The Bachelorette who have done, like, blackface or who have said, like, horrible things, racist things, and they get canceled after the show. And it's like, why didn't anyone look into who these people were?
President of the United fucking States of America.
That's
is a convicted felon. Sorry, I just like okay. Calm down.
That's where I was going with this. Is like we are so quick to hold women to this standard, which I agree we should hold everyone to the standard. Yes. But why are we so quick to do that with women and not with men?
Yes,
because that is what this trend. It just feels like male Bachelor contestants have done shitty things. The season was never canceled. Nothing ever came of it. The women have done shitty things, and it's like, they're horrible people. Cancel the show. They don't deserve any, like, sponsorships. They don't deserve anything, which I'm like, I'm not saying that we shouldn't not do that, but why is it this way? And it's crazy to me because it's like, from what I've read and what I understand, producers on both Secret Lives and The Bachelorette, like, could have easily found this shit out, and they just they wanted to take the risk, and now they can, like, wipe their hands of it because they can say they didn't see the video or didn't know what had actually happened.
And I think that the only reason why they canceled it is because so many people were like, we're not fucking watching this. We're not condoning this behavior. There's a lot of people that took a lot of different sides. And also, like, a lot of people felt a little disingenuous because you come to find out in the season 4 when they're talking about it, the one that just came out of Secret Lives, that she sleeps with Dakota the night before leaving the back. And it's like, okay, well then the whole point of the show, yes, it's reality TV, but it's like, then you're not, the whole point, aren't they like super strict about it being like at the end it's a marriage, it's kind of like going into Love is Blind, and we get so fucking up in arms about these people that are like, no, but I don't want marriage, but like we can date after, and it's like, well, that's not the point. Or like, Love is Blind unless you look like this, which is a whole other thing. And kind of speaking to that too, of like the safety of vetting people, like I think in the past with some of these stories, both men and women, Bachelorette, Bachelor, reality TV, all of these things, I think producers have had to come out and be like, this is our like vetting process. This is what we look for. Like, we don't have any, they draw the line somewhere. Yeah. That's what you're supposed to think. But now it's just like, you didn't care. You knew that this was in public record for her. You allowed her to be on. The only reason why it became a big deal is because the people made it a big deal. And now it's like, well, now how is anybody supposed to feel safe going on any sort of reality TV show? And also it just makes me feel like it's fake as fuck then. And like, I know we're talking about Secret Lives, but kind of to the Love is Blind season that came out recently, which was just like, I'm so done with this show. I'm like, it's so annoying. This guy basically told this stunning girl that like she's too ugly because she doesn't do fucking Pilates. And I'm like, and he ends up being this like I don't even know. It's like, and then this other psychopath of a man, like, I'm not even kidding you, the gaslighting. He looks like he has these shark eyes, whatever his name was, Alex.
Whenever he would, everything he said was like combative. It was like,
even to Vanessa, like the host, when they were like for, yes.
Oh, when she was like, do you think that, like, she asked him a genuine question. He'd be like, so you're saying that you don't think that I'm a good person? She's like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm like, you are so hard to have a conversation with because you aren't listening to, like, understand. You're listening to argue. And I want to punch you. You're someone who I would, like, get so frustrated with. I would lose my cool immediately talking to you.
So I just, like, I don't know. I mean, I am glad, I guess, that The Bachelorette is canceled. It's a shame. I mean, I don't give a fuck about the guys. I just thought it would be...
The curiosity, I gotta say.
The curiosity. Well, I don't know. I saw a little spoiler that what was going to be the winner was somebody from San Diego, I think.
Really?
So, yeah. So, I don't know. I think it's all fucking fake at this point, and she clearly doesn't know what she wants, and I feel bad... because I don't know, and now their whole life is on, I don't know, it's just like this whole, it really, you look at it from a lot of different angles of just being like, whoa, this is a show that I watch and famous people and like for the drama, for the tea, but then there is, I think, a larger part that I think we're all like, whoa, like,
especially the kids, like, I feel like that's the whole thing. This whole thing started because of like mom talk or whatever, and now it's just so fascinating. Like, can you picture our moms were like had a mom talk? Like, if we grew up with our moms in that.
No. I know it's interesting. It's also actually kind of a shame too because like they could have done so much.
Yeah,
they could have done so much, and I think some of the girls are even realizing it. But even still, it's just like good for them for pausing. And it sounded for pausing filming, and it sounded like it was coming from a place of like our friend, like we don't condone this behavior, but we also are like, this is the safety of other people. And even like, oh, our dryer is going on.
I did take my overalls out of the dryer ahead of this because they were so loud.
Clanging. But have come out time and again of how shitty a human being Dakota is, and now it's just like now really seeing the producer's hand in playing, like pushing him on her basically in the sense of like spend time with him, he's going on all of these trips, and even from the very beginning of like hang out with, like let him be apart for the sake of it. And it's just like, look what you did, like this is life ruining stuff. They're like so fucked up in the head, both of them.
I know,
a pair of yous, get out of my face.
Yeah, there are some people you just like can't and shouldn't be around, and those people are one of them. Like they just should never interact. And I get that they have a kid together, but like clearly they're very triggering for each other.
Yeah. Anyway, I like can't stop thinking about it.
I know. I'm so curious what the outcome is going to be. Like if they will just like Secret Lives is done. We also have only watched the first 2 episodes of the most recent season, so I am curious to see how this one ends and kind of like what becomes of it.
Yeah, but I'm getting the ick. If I hear dad talk one more time, I'm gonna lose my the villa
actually makes me screech when he gets on the screen. I
hate him. I hate him so much with his hedgehog looking hair. I'm like, somebody get this man off the screen. Like, Jesse, bye. Just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're the breadwinner. He is just using you. Apparently, he just filed for divorce.
Really?
He filed for divorce. Let me make that very clear. He filed for divorce. I don't have, like, too much information. I literally just heard it from one of the podcasts I listened to this morning on my walk. So, I don't know too much. I know that in the, like, the commercials, preview for the next episode, they were talking about something wrong with, like, the prenup. So, I thought that maybe we'll get more information on that. But This just came out, so who the fuck knows? But also, like, if you think
they're
you're going
another
somewhere,
pair that just don't.
Just like his, and oh no, I hate it.
I'm like, where do you think you're gonna end up now, buddy?
When he showed up in the car with a Dad Talk shirt and
the
hat,
swag that he's buying and creating,
so like these other husbands, aren't you like that must be so cringy.
Yeah.
But you do, I guess, like guys do have that one friend where they're like, yeah, that's Bob over there. He's just.
Okay, I have thoughts. Maybe the last thing I'll say about this. Chase or Chance or whatever his name is. The like Miranda's ex. Mm-hmm. Okay, I know, we all know he's like very clearly like toxic person. Then we have Jordan, who is like pretending that he's not. And I think that the reason why I gravitate towards people like Chase or Chance or whatever, because I'm like, you own it. Yeah. You are unapologetically toxic. And like, you're playing with fire and you know it. And you're doing things and you know that you're doing it. And I feel like people like Jordan are like still also doing that, but pretending that they're not and pretending that they're like holier than thou, better person. And I'm like, that is why you annoy me. I would rather.
Yeah, no, that's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true, and it makes him cute.
I know.
Which is annoying. Also, it's like the playfulness.
Yeah.
Like when you can be like playful and like make a joke that is either at your own expense or like not the expense of other people or the women in the room. Where it's like Jordan opens his mouth and is just like, I don't even know. I'm like, I want to insert something stupid, but anything I say would not be even close to the stupid shit that he says. And I say some pretty dumb shit, so. Like,
I gotta say, Miranda, though, is so impressive to me because I could not and would not want to hang out with my ex-husband, baby daddy, and the woman that he hooked up with.
I don't
know how she does it.
Utah, baby. They are all probably doing it. I mean, clearly.
It's so crazy.
I know. It's crazy to think that the person that's like my favorite right now is the person that I absolutely despised at the very beginning.
Whitney?
Yeah.
I know.
Because I'm like, at least her husband is like, go baby, go. And like, she's using her money to like be hot and fit and get her bag and go do something. And now she's moving to New York. And I'm just like, pop off, queen. Run away. Run as far away as you can because
my sister
this is
saw
only blowing
her.
up.
Did I tell you this? McKenna saw her show. She said she was so good. Like, she killed it. And I'm like, wow, that's so good. Using your talents.
Yeah.
For
good.
Good.
And not evil.
Yeah. No, I know. It also goes to show you how the producers can warp your, like, perspective on people. Like, the clips that they can cut and the things that they show. And I'm not saying she didn't do shitty things, but I'm like, yeah, you can so easily make someone likable or unlikable.
Totally. Ugh. Well, I don't have anything else to say on that.
I'm sure we'll have updates down the road.
Down the road. But we're switching gears a little bit because... So I feel like when I go like out or I'm hanging out with friends and we do like, you know, your like debrief or whatever of just like how life is going, I feel like the past few weeks it's been a very similar conversation with everybody of just like, man, I'm going through it. I'm like dealing with this is happening in my life or like, yeah, or even if it's like you're not even really dealing with anything crazy, you're just feeling this like kind of like slump or like, whatever. And then I was out with one of my friends and she was like, you know why we've been feeling like so depressed and blah, blah, blah. It's because Mercury was in retrograde. And I was like,
oh, yes.
And then I was like thinking about it because one, I just love to put the blame on something else. And two, I'm like, I've heard this so much that I'm like, I don't know what it means at all. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure like we've had our friend Haley on who has talked about it. I think a little bit. Maybe even Sophia said something about it. Like, the people that are in it a little bit more will probably have more information. But this is for the people who, like, not that we don't give a fuck, but are just, like...
Very surface level.
Very surface level. And also, you know, you take it with, like, some of the things I was reading about it of, like, why this one was, like, so strong or so, like, hard for some people and for others. It's, like, you know, you hear little things or phrases, and I'm like, I don't know about that one. But it's, like, you just take it with a grain of salt. So...
Yeah.
Do you know what Mercury in retrograde is now? Because I'm like, I was fascinated by it.
Can I read?
Please do.
Well, it just says that it's an optical illusion where Mercury appears to move backward in the sky for about 3 weeks. And I didn't know it happens 3 or 4 times a year.
Yeah. So the next one's in July, and then the one after that's in October. So I'm like, great. Can't wait.
We can plan for these weird moments. But then, yeah, it says astrologically, it's associated with communication breakdown, travel delays, technological glitches, and a need to review or revisit past projects, which is funny that we just did the episode talking about how we need to review our goals. And also the TSA is like non-existent right now. So if you go to the airport, it's going to take you like 8 hours to get through. I'm like, yeah, there is a lot of that's been happening.
Truly. It's crazy. And because Mercury is the planet for communication, that's why, or like a lot of the things. So I thought that was interesting. And I was reading one article from Vogue, and it was like the published date was like towards like the end of February, like February 23rd or something, and Mercury in retrograde started I think the 26th of February, and it was like, these are all the things you need to do. Is like, take it slow, secure your boundaries, stay at home, all these things. And I'm literally like, I should have read this article before, because I did 0 of these things, and no wonder why I was having such a hard fucking time.
Honestly, we should just put these like in the calendar, the dates, to be like, okay, I know this is coming.
I think my thing, as I was reading some of this stuff, and this is what I was trying to say, is like, I don't want to give too much stock into it. I think it's really nice to know, like, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of brings me some sort of comfort knowing that like, oh, a lot of people were feeling this way because of this like planet movement and blah blah blah, and makes you feel like not alone of going through like hard times or whatever. And then also kind of a way to like let it go of like, oh well, that's over, that's done with, like we're coming back around, you know, not moving backwards anymore.
Yeah,
so we can come on like the up and up. But I just think, yeah, being aware, but I don't want to give it like too much emphasis, because then I'll feel like I'll blame it. I'll live my whole life like that.
Or I'll like manifest things to happen. I'm like, there's gonna be travel delays. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
When that's not necessarily the case. Do you still have CoStar on your phone?
No, I have. I think. Oh no, I deleted everything. I delete everything. No, I don't. Remember, I deleted CoStar because I had the pattern when Brittany came, but I was like, oh yeah, and then I'm like, oh actually wait, I don't have any of them.
I forgot about the pattern.
Does CoStar tell you?
Well, now I'm re-downloading them.
Okay, so while you're looking at that, I'm gonna read you a little bit of this article from The Cut, and it's just talking about why this one was so intense, and because it was in Pisces. I'm gonna try to like summarize as much as I can. Pisces, the last sign of the zodiac, is an elusive, mysterious water sign that prioritizes feeling over logic. It processes through emotions, symbols, and impressions rather than categorizations. So Mercury in retrograde in whatever zodiac sign that it is basically is saying that that is the sign that's most compromised. So because it is zodiac that is like processes through emotions, symbols, impressions, blah blah blah, that's saying like all of that kind of goes away, all of that's compromised because Mercury's in retrograde in Pisces, if that makes sense. Yeah, so that is why, like, if you this is fucking, I could be, who knows, but I'm just thinking like, if you have Pisces or those things like in your chart, or those things like matter to you in some way, shape, or form, you probably are gonna struggle a lot more if for some reason those are like taken away in a sense.
Yeah. How do you know what the signs are gonna be? You just need to look it up. Like when Mercury is in retrograde for Pisces,
because it's Pisces season right now. So like the next time is what is July? Cancer? Oh, for fuck's sake. And then the next one's October, Scorpio. Oh my god, we're all fucked up. Everybody run away.
Everybody run.
Let's see.
Okay, that makes sense.
Pisces at large is not trying to be understood. Hell, it's actually relishes in being misunderstood. Okay. No, you're great. Sorry. But as a result, Mercury feels profoundly stifled. Likewise, Mercury in Pisces corresponds with blurred distinctions between objective fact and subjective interpretation. So, lots of miscommunication.
Yeah, that's what...
Lots of feeling fucked up.
The pattern said on March 21st, Mercury retrograde is over, which... Retrograde periods can bring up old conversations or unresolved conflicts that need revisiting, which is what you just said. This may have been a time to reflect on how your communication style impacts your relationship. Which just, to me, is like the theme of my life.
Literally, constantly.
Like, I don't know that I need a retrograde period to know that I can communicate better. And it's so funny because when I had Hinge, that was like my big thing on my profile. I was like, I need someone who can communicate. And then literally me just like not doing that.
This is you. No. No.
I'm like, there are some things that just don't need responded to. Like, responding would just open another conversation that doesn't need to happen. But there are a lot of times where it's like, I avoid communicating because I just know the conversation will be hard. Yeah. Or I think it will be hard. And I like... overanalyze what the person will say or how they'll react or like why I'm making it a bigger deal than it needs to be, and then in fact it's not as hard as I think it was gonna be.
Yeah. Sometimes I communicate too much. I'm like, girl, shut up. No one needs to know about your day. I saw this one like TikTok or Instagram that was like it's like me alone at my house, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna turn the oven to 375. No, like that is literally me. I literally will be like, who is here? No one. I'll be talking to the dogs.
No, I talk to the dogs a lot. I think it's my justification for not being crazy. I'm like, Bash, what should we do? All right, let's go in here, and I'm just doing my thing, but I'm like telling her that's what we're doing.
Because they're there and they care. You only know like 7 words, but they care.
They're like, wow, she's losing her mind.
She's losing her mind. But anyway, it was nice to like understand a little bit of like what was going on. I don't necessarily feel like my communication these past few weeks has been a problem, but I do think just based on like I was saying, that one Vogue article that was like, stay home and like prioritize yourself, and it's a time to do like reflection, which yay, I love, is my favorite thing to do. Or like, you know, kind of reflect on like your boundaries so that when it does come out of retrograde, I don't even know if I'm using the right terminology, but whatever.
Makes sense to me.
When it's like, you know, we're done, all finished, we can slowly like build up. And now I'm like, oof, well, I don't know where to go from here, but I guess I'm just like, it is kind of like, well, it's interesting. Wow. Okay.
What?
Huh? The timeline of a lot of things syncs up so perfectly, either in such a horrible way or in such a great way. So I was telling Erica when we were talking about what we were going to talk about this episode. I had said like the end of February at this time when this was all starting, when Mercury is just starting to be in retrograde. I don't know, going backwards. It's like weird to say. Yeah. I think I'm adding like another...
No, the way you're saying it makes sense.
Okay. Well, at that same time, I literally like quit my job and started another job and was just like a little all over the place. And, you know, and it's like probably started my period or was in that like horrible like luteal phase where like everything is just like disgusting and I feel like 1,000 million pounds. And like now Mercury is no longer in retrograde. I just got off my period and I'm like slowly feeling like okay at my new schedule that I'm like, I like worked out for a whole hour. I'm like, yeah. So we'll see how long this lasts.
I think it will last. The timing of it is also interesting for me because I feel like I had a therapy session near the end of February where I'm like, this is the last month of 29. I want to like do things that I'm like been procrastinating on or like conversations I haven't had, or like I just want to leave stuff behind. So like this bringing up like reflection and conversation and all these things, I feel like I unintentionally was like, this needs to happen. I want these things to come up because I want to be like, good riddance, we're done.
Yeah,
on to the next decade.
Yep. That's literally the theme of this year. On to the next.
They
come and go.
I've also heard when you're in your 30s that you just give less of a fuck, and I'm like so excited for that because I'm like, do you think that's real?
I don't know yet.
30 and 1 month.
Yeah.
Do you think that's real? Old, wise, sage.
I'm dead. No, in fact, I'm giving more fucks.
Dang it.
Honestly annoying. No, I do hear people say that, and I assume that starts around 31, 32.
Not us yet. We're still caring.
Easier. It's a whole decade, girl. We got time.
We got time. But I am like, I feel like I'm starting to channel in that energy of like, kind of what we talked about last time or whatever episode, where I'm like saying no because I'm like scared or I like don't want to be embarrassed or whatever it is. Yeah. And now I'm like, literally, who gives a fuck?
Literally.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Also, when not that I've been like hanging out with children, but like when I was in Havasu and it was spring break and I see all these like literal kids, I'm like, you're just out here doing whatever you want and living your life, and why am I so concerned? Why is that a thing? Like, the older you get, sometimes the more you care, and I want to like go back, regress a little bit into caring less.
Yeah. Just a reminder that like no one else cares. So
yeah, literally,
and let that be freeing in a good sense. I just think we carry so much on our shoulders, man.
I know, man.
Ew, I hate it. Oh my god, losing my... Also, the heat has got me fucked up. I'm like really trying to like be excited and be happy, but like I don't know how to handle... I like went to the beach for like an hour and a half and like burnt to a little crisp. We tried to go swimming and like I didn't know how much sunscreen to apply or to not. I'm like, this is my first day on Earth crazy. Because I don't know what the heck is happening.
Well, because it's March and we're in the 90 degrees and it's like
the rain?
I'm reading articles that are like, we're never gonna get a cool spring again, and I'm like, why is global warming a thing?
That's actually so sad. Oh, I'm probably feeling my sweat stains, but
no, I can't lift my arm. I did earlier today, and I was like, okay, just not armpit, deodorant mark.
Oh, yeah, I hate those. And I tried to wear shorts to work. Did I tell you that they told me they were too short? And they were like my ugly ones too. They were like too short. They're like, yeah, cargo shorts is gonna be where you go. You got me fucked up. I will not shut up about it. I was on my break and talking to one of the coworkers about it, and my manager came out and he was like, "Are you still talking about the shorts?" I'm like, "Yes, yes. I got a big butt and little legs. I cannot wear
cargo shorts. No one should wear cargo shorts.
You know who I'll look like? I'll look like the dad from Wild Thornberries. You know the shorts that he has? Stop it. I'm pulling it up right now because of that. Because he's got some big hips. He's got a booty.
Did they let you at least wear them?
Yeah, I didn't have to like... No, I wouldn't. If I go home, I am staying home.
Yeah.
No, they were like, it's fine. They're not like... I mean, my butt wasn't out. They're respectful.
Yeah.
But they were like, it has to be like 2 inches from the knee.
Oh, wow.
You know what? It's crazy when a man is regulating your clothes. 2 inches is like this, but when it comes to his dick size, 2 inches is like, this is 2 inches. I'm like, shut the fuck up, you loser. I'm just kidding. I really hope
that's
no
so
one
funny
listens to this.
I hope they do because that's hilarious.
Wait, what was I looking up?
Wild Thornberry dad. I don't remember his name.
That'd be crazy if you're like, you're looking up. Nigel. No, shut the fuck up. I can't. Actually, I don't even know. Wait, why can't I, like, see his outfit? They cut him off at the pant.
I can picture it. That's how
you can see. Yeah.
That's crazy. I haven't had that since church camp, and I thought we'd left that behind, but... You know, if I kept any of my old Mormon clothes, you would have given them to you.
Oh my god.
But the high socks is so funny.
So I'm just like rocking my jeans at work. I'm like, ugh. I know, so wish me luck.
Good luck. I'm sorry.
But it's okay. Mercury's out of retrograde, so we're feeling better.
Mercury's out of retrograde. It's officially spring. Secret Lives isn't coming back, but there's other things going on. I don't know what they are.
We shall persevere.
We will give a rec update or a rec episode at some point. for new things that we find.
Yep.
To watch and do.
That isn't freaking psycho behavior.
Yeah. We'll try our best to vet.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, good luck out there. I don't know what it is now. Like, now that it's out of Mercury?
I don't know. I think it's just regular grade.
Have fun in the regular grade. Happy last week of March, I think. Yeah, it's the last episode of the month. All right, we'll see you in April.
See you next week. Oh, it's going to be Erica's birthday.
Oh my gosh, you scared me so bad.
Get ready, everyone. Yay! Now we're going to be both 30 in the house. Finally.
Crazy.
We're freaking waiting.
2 months.
2 months. All right, well, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.